So, hello, welcome to this new video from a new channel called Rohit's Tech. I've been contemplating making a video for this channel for quite a while. I don't know why I've been putting it off so long, but anyways, I just thought I'd do it today. Because why not? New things, new year, new things. Let's go for it. And I thought I'd make these videos to complement my blog, because on my blog I've got things that I want to write about, and I thought I'd do that. I thought I'd make a video to complement it. Well, actually, in fact, this blog has been something I've been working on, and I've been handwriting it for the past year and a half-ish. But hey, we'll see how it all turns out and stuff. And this video is actually going to go on my actual main channel. I've had other channels in the past, like, that I've been working on, or that I've tried making videos for, but it didn't really work out. I didn't put effort and things like that. It didn't go. So I just thought I'd do it front facing on this channel. Fantastic. So I just thought I'd do it on the channel. Now, what is this video about today? Well, today's video is about how to add single sign-on and single SAML to your actual app itself. Now, why this? Well, I wanted to add single sign-on and SAML to my own app that I've been building, which is my actual editor for the backend, and I thought I'd show you guys how to do that yourself in case you need to do that for your app. Why not? And I write a blog post for this as well. So let's get into it. So you might be asking, why add single sign-on and SAML to your app? What's the reason? Well, see, let's say you have some customers that want to use your app to make their life easier. Add some SAML to it, and it means logging into their app will be 10 times easier. It will be a lot easier, right? It's as simple as clicking a button. That's all they need to know. And it means that then you don't have to worry about any passwords. Now you might be wondering, well, we have a password manager, so you don't have to remember a password. Here's the thing. Passwords can be hacked. Somehow they can be hacked if the app is insecure or whatnot, or if they've got an insecure password. See, you might put things in place, but SAML is just something that can't be not hacked as often, because hey, it's up to the SSO provider, or whatever you use, your IDP. In this case, for me, it's JumpCloud. It's up to them to keep things secure, and I can guarantee that they're going to keep things secure versus me. So that's what I intend to do, anyways. Now, my editor uses PHP as the backend, so I'll be using PHP to do stuff with. Now, obviously, there are multiple of these frameworks, these libraries that you can use for your language of choice. But I'll be using the PHP one. So, let's get to it. So first of all, we want to head to. So first of all, sorry, I'm all over the place. So first of all, you want to go and find SAML, PHP SAML, right? Go to Google, find PHP SAML, and find the SAML bits. If you're using PHP, if not, find one of these various other frameworks. They do have ones for Python 3 and also for Java as well, in case those are the ones you want. But say you pick Python 3, it still uses the same sort of stuff that I will be using in this tutorial. It's just used slightly differently, right? It's just syntactically different. Same with the Java one as well. It's just syntactically different. Okay, so let's go to the PHP SAML one. And let's go. And what's the name? Okay, let's go here. Let's go ahead and go to my IDE. Go to our IDE. I'm using PHP Storm, you can choose whatever IDE that you want. Okay. Okay, so oh. Okay, so basically paste it in, and then just install it. Okay, so now that it's installed, you're good to go. So the next thing that we want to do is we want to go to JumpCloud. So let's go to JumpCloud. Let's go ahead and so yeah, let's go here. Right, okay. Let's get this set up first. First of all, let's go to SSO applications. Then what we want to do, we want to add a new application. We want to select custom. Let's just do that. I think make it easy on my eyes. Make it easy on my eyes and stuff. Hey, the camera that I have is just horrible. I know. You know, I've not bothered to do a proper setup yet. I'll probably do one at some point where it will figure out white balance, etc. But for the moment, this is the best I've got. Okay, so we've got to manage single sign-on. Now we want to type a name, so give it a name. Okay, whatever you want to do, give a color if you want. Now you want to show this in the user portal. You want to do now we want to show this application in the user portal. Yep. You want to leave the advanced settings as normal. Now just click next and it will just continue. Once it's finished, once it's finished, you'll get a thing here. Now, I've already got one here because I've already made it before. I've done it already. Now, you have the SSO tab. This I might be. Actually, I'll keep it to light. Sorry for the change. Anyways, okay, so let's go to SSO. First of all, you want our IDP entity ID set here. So I've named it JumpCloud. Now, we want to also edit our service provider entity ID. So let's go to HTTPS. So we set it to this. So I'll set it to that, which would be basically /API/user/metadata. Now the same can be said for the ATS URL. This is exactly the same, /API/users/ATS, because that's what I'm going to do here. Now I want the name ID to be the email. Now you can change this to whatever you want to do, but for me this is what I'm going to do. Now what I've done is I've made the name ID format to be persistent, because this is what JumpCloud, one of the formats that JumpCloud offers. Now we want to make sure that we check the box that says sign assertion if it's not already checked. Now why? Because hey, we want it to be secure. Right? We want everything to be SSL, like the stuff we see here with the padlock. Now make sure that it's SHA 256 as well. Why not 256 high protection? Want to declare the endpoint as well. Tick that. Now, for this, if you need that, you can add that in. But again, this is my login URL, API/user/login, and I think everything looks fine up there. Now for the attributes, this and this is what we want for attributes. Those two. Now you can choose the same things here. That's what we're going to do. Now we want to grab this URL. Cool. Okay. Now that's fine. Now let's head back. Let's head back to our IDE. So the first thing I want to do is I want to put my config somewhere. So I'm using PHP Storm again. Choose whatever you want to do, but up to you. Anyways, the audio doesn't matter. So what I've done is I've basically copied all of this, and I've pasted it in here in my config.php under a function called get SAML settings. Okay. Right. I've given the return type some etc. Okay. So for this, I'm returning the array, which is all this bits and bobs. I couldn't clean this up if I wanted to, but I've chosen not to. So I've left most of it true, or most of it to be the default. I have removed some stuff like the base URL. But that's up to you. Right, that's up to you. Whether you want that as well. But I didn't think it would be necessary. So for the SP side of things, I have put it as the user/metadata URL. Now, in here, you can specify. You can upload the metadata, which is the stuff that the metadata URL returns. But also, I have put the SP entity ID here for metadata here as well. So, which is what this is there as well. Now, the SES URL is exactly the same. This is pretty much the same. I've not changed that at all. Okay, now for the consumer service, the attribute consumer service, I have now asked it for the email and the username. Everything else is pretty much basic. It's pretty much the same thing. And the friendly name is the email address, and that's the username. Now this is my information about the editor. And this, the name ID format, I have made it persistent because down here in JumpCloud, I have made it persistent. Now, the entity ID here for the IDP is JumpCloud. Where did I put it? There you go. It is also JumpCloud. Now we want to grab the URL as this, which is also down here, which JumpCloud generates for you, or if you're which JumpCloud will give you. Now, here is the IDP certificate, which you can download. Here. You go here, you can download the certificate. That's all we want to do. Download that certificate, and that's all. We want to paste the contents of it here. I'm sure you can, paste the URL of it here, but I'm just pasting it here. I cannot be bothered to do URL stuff. So this is, yep. This should be configured. Mostly. Yep, that's it. Okay, now I'm going to open up my routes folder. My routes file, where I'm going to create all my routes. So first thing I want to do is I want to make that in this thing. I want to make that metadata one. So let's find ACS metadata, which is this user metadata. So the first thing I want to do is I want to grab my SAML setting from SAML auth. Okay, I forgot to say this. Okay, first of all, what we want to do is we want to do this. So we want to create a new auth object from SAML auth, and we want to pass in our SAML conf. So, which is basically, I have now imported this SAML, this one log into SAML2 auth and error. Now, in my index.php file, which is here, I have imported the authload.vendor.php file. That's standard if you do PHP stuff. Your Python thing might not need that, but your Python one might not need that. But hey, this does. Right. Okay. So now I've imported those things, and what I'm now doing is I am basically all the green things are gone. Never mind. Anyways, so I am now using this. I'm now grabbing my instance of user data, which is this, right? Which is all of my backend, like database configuration and database stuff that talks to the database. But that's from my code. But your code can be different. But what I'm doing is I am now grabbing my SAML conf, which is this thing, which also then internally calls the same function from this. I could have just used this, but I decided to make a function here. Anyways, so I'm grabbing that SAML configuration and passing it to auth. And then when I go to my metadata, I am basically saying, okay, let's grab that settings, and then from that settings, let's grab the service provider metadata. It's going to validate it, make sure that everything's good, and if there are any errors, we're gonna if there are no errors, hello, let's just return it with the XML, which is what it does, and then let's just if there are errors, let's just return it with the errors and give it a 500. So now if I go to my URL, let's just start it. Go to /API /user /metadata. There you go. This is the metadata that it returns in terms of XML format. If I was to paste this into I forgot what it's called now. Postman, there we go. And I have it installed. So if I paste it into Postman, sorry, wrong one. So now we get returned this XML, which is everything that it would be needed for this to work, including all the bits and bobs, and also the information that we want that we want it to return. Hey, this is exactly what we want. So that's good. Cool. Right, now once that is set up, we want to make sure that the ACS URL is also set up as well. But those are the two main ones. So, sorry, it's a post, isn't it? So now this is the ACS URL. So what I want to do is, once we've gone to this URL, we want to process the response that we've just given it. Is process the fact that they're now trying to log in. Process the response that JumpCloud is giving back to my app to tell it, hello, yes, this is correct. This is me. I'm trying to log in. Sure. And then from that response, we want to basically grab the attributes that we've just asked, which is the username and also the email that we want to give. Now, once we've done that, I'm now going to check to make sure that this SAML user exists. Now, the way that I do it will be maybe slightly different to you, but I am just basically making a query inside the database and saying, hey, am I there? And if I am, then I can log in. Now, I'm not doing anything of inserting a new user or any of that kind of stuff, because no need. I don't need to do that. I don't need to do any of that kind of stuff. You may, but that's not for me. So, next thing next thing is once I've made sure that the user exists, I'm now going to go ahead and create a token, store it in there, and then use username, and then basically do that. And what I'm going to do afterwards is just return. Back to the editor HTML file. Probably better if I don't leave proper URLs in there and do other type of URLs, but never mind. Anyways, so now that should be the general gist of it working. Oh, no, sorry, nope, I've forgotten. So last thing we want to do is we want to add in the GET request for login. So when the user clicks that button, it should then do this. So basically, we want to make sure that we go through the process of doing that login. So which is what the SAML auth is going to do for us. Now I put the login URL here as well because that's what we want to do. Okay, so I've as I was trying to say, so my URL is already in here, but really what we want is when we log in as a user, we want to see our app here, and that should, when we click that link, go to API/user/login, right? Because we can go directly to, do that later. But when we do click the login button, we want it to redirect. That should also do the same thing. So now, let's just show you on my actual thing as well. So, assuming everything is now set up and we have all the code ready, I think this is pretty much the code. If I miss anything, I'll probably put it in the comments or something like that. But I think, well, I'll do that later. But for now, when you click the button now, it should go ahead and sign us straight in, because we are already logged in here. If I wasn't logged in, so say I go to open in new container tab, so I go here. So it's going to sign me out because obviously, as per my code, the first thing it's going to do is it's logged in. It's going to do this. If the token doesn't exist, then we return 401 and we say, okay, we can't do that. So no, can't show that. Anyways, so if I click login with JumpCloud, I'm going to get redirected to here, because when it does the login, it's going to ask you to, it's going to load that app thing, and then it's going to ask me to log in. So if I do my email address and password, now it's going to go through the same login process, but once it does, we're going to get here. So now that should be the general gist of how to implement a single sign-on SAML auth to your app. I am not sure if you will run into any issues or not, but if you do, please do leave a comment down below in the comment, and I will try and get back to you as soon as I can to help you with those issues. But for now, when this video is up, there will be a post on my blog as well, and I'll put the blog post as well down below. It will go with the same stuff. So if you want to see if you want to read it instead, then the blog post is there. If you want to copy any of the code, without typing it, and you're using PHP, then you can. Then it's right there. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching, and this is Rohit, over and out.